Shovels in the ground, well, there'll be some work being done in the ground late this year, but that'll be early works and preparatory works. The major contracts, we are shooting to have some significant work starting by late 27. The judicial review being withdrawn was an enormous positive step for the project, and I'd say for Ireland. The feedback we've had from the international construction market has been incredibly positive because they were very concerned about Ireland's ability to negotiate through these things. So that's been a real shot in the arm for us and I think Ireland. The next major challenges are things that we can actually manage to a greater degree. They're within our remit to work with, but it's getting the procurement processes running and running the procurement processes. And we also have to have a final approval from government before we start the major tendering process.
You have indicated before that if you felt like you weren't getting the necessary support from government that you would walk away from the project. Have you been happy with the support that you've received to date?
Since the second half of last year, the support the project has had has been fantastic, and that's had a material impact on our ability to promote the project to the international construction market. The Taoiseach, the Prime Minister and the Minister have really leaned in, and I know, because I meet the international market regularly, that's really changed their perception of the project. And as I met the Minister yesterday, and his parting words to me, I have his private phone number, anything I need from him, just ring him, and he's been fantastic. This is one of the biggest risks Ireland faces. It's the biggest project it's ever done. When these things go wrong, they go wrong badly. If you read international reviews of all sorts of projects that have gone well and gone badly, one of the key things they'll always say is the right leadership. Now, this project didn't have, and it's not about the right people, but the people with the right background, and this project didn't have that. And since I've arrived, we've assembled what I would call a world-class executive team, not just myself, but the team, and they have probably the best executive team I've ever worked with. But they are all being paid international market rates. If the project had tried to recruit people using Irish public sector pay scales beforehand and the recruitments had failed. So you have a pretty stark choice then, is hire the right people or hire the best you can get, and that's a really high risk strategy. So this is about managing construction risk, and I'm part of that. Naturally, I believe I've earned my salary.